Hi, I'm Whitney Stevens.
And I'm Yo-Yo Blackfire.
And this
is Unstable. Do you take baths? You don't take baths, huh?
I take baths.
You take baths?
Yeah.
Okay, so you want to know something that like I secretly, I guess like maybe like a little bit, I guess it would be called a kink.
All right.
Like, you know when you like fart in a bathtub?
Oh my god.
And
We're
then
just
you-
starting right out, aren't we?
Oh, I don't know. You know like when you fart in a bathtub?
Is this the
and you
macaroni
think that
and
you're
cheese?
safe, and you think that you're safe, but then what happens is it floats up and it encompasses all 12 of my senses. I'm sorry, my 12 good
I've
hairs.
never had this problem. No, I don't.
You never farted in the bathtub.
I mean, obviously, yeah.
Oh, you
but
just
I've never shit myself in the
I
bath.
didn't say I shat myself
I
in the
don't
bathtub.
think we can even talk about poop. Is that even allowed?
Well, you fart in a bathtub, you poop in a shower.
Well, then you have to waffle stomp.
Well, stomp. Well, welcome to the Waffle Stomp Cafe. How would you like your waffle stomp
Does everyone
today?
know what waffle stomping is?
Do you know what waffle
should
stomping
you
is,
should
Scotty?
Explain it.
I mean, context clues, I name it.
So, you should do it. You'll probably make it way more gross than I would, so. Go ahead.
Don't trust a fart in the shower. Because when you poop, you'll have to take the heel of your foot. Imagine this is the heel of my foot.
Right.
And imagine this is the drain.
Yes.
And you gotta stomp
it
that
down,
waffle.
and it turns into a waffle. A
And then-
shit waffle
And then
down
it
your
goes
drain.
down to the sewer people who eat it for brunch.
Yes.
Okay.
Very much that.
So, I guess like that might be like a kink of mine. Like I like to just like, I guess like I get off on making people uncomfortable. I think that I just like,
You like to let it loose in a bathtub is your kink?
well, not poop.
Oh, I thought you said
Okay.
Oh, okay, I was misled here.
No.
I really thought you meant like you accidentally shot yourself in the bathtub.
Roll the tapes, I said fart. I said fart in a bathtub.
But then you said something escapes, now I see it's the bubbles, like I'm falling.
Yeah, because when you fart in the bathtub, it creates a bubble. And you think you're safe from the smell of the fart, but what happens is...
Science.
You're
Science,
not safe,
ladies
Mary.
and gentlemen.
You're not safe.
This is how it works, yes.
You're not safe. But I mean, like... Okay, so like, what would one of your kinks be? Like, technically, okay. So
okay, I think we should
look
up the definition.
We looked up the definitions.
I still don't know why you have that. Never mind. Okay.
Hello. So a kink
All right.
is a person's unusual sexual preference,
Right.
whereas a fetish is a form of sexual desire in which gratification is linked to a particular object, item of clothing, part of body, aka a fixation. So fetish is a fixation on something,
Okay.
whereas a kink is an abnormal sexual
Okay.
preference, right?
Like,
So
fetish is really like something that's kind of not sexual, like wouldn't normally be considered something sexual, but you have a fixation on it. Yes.
I think that it doesn't necessarily, like it could be a body part,
Okay.
but it can be anything, right? Like people can have a fetish for a type of clothing.
Right.
Or, I mean like, maybe like I have a fetish for being in a particular kind of lighting. Maybe that like kind of gets me off, like that fixation, being like in either that environment or looking at that thing or interacting or having some kind of sensation. So like, I've had people fetishize drag queens.
Absolutely.
Mama.
Our DMs will tell you that.
Mama. I get those messages, they say, I want to date you.
I usually get hi, and then I'm finally like, what? And then they're like, you want to see my dick? And I'm just, no.
I say, send me money. And you know what they say? I'm not sending money unless you're sucking this dick. And I say, I'm not sucking that dick unless you show me you got money, girl. I'm not showing ya.
This shit is real. It's on the daily too. Instagram, Facebook, they'll find you anywhere. I'm like,
Backpage.
how'd you even find me? You're in like Saudi Arabia.
We have 0 mutual friends.
Yeah, how did you locate me
They're bots.
exactly?
They're bots. You're bot sexual. You get turned on and you fetishize when bots message you on the internet.
I guess, yeah. I think.
Okay, do you have any I want to know about fetishes.
Oh,
do you have
absolutely.
what is your relationship with like obviously we have a fetish community, but like what's your personal relationship? Like what fetishes do you have?
Well, I'm not gonna out myself with my personal fetishes on here, but yes, I do have a couple of unusual fetishes. There's one person in the whole world that knows them, and it's probably gonna stay that way.
Wait, but so here's the thing though. When you say unusual fetishes, I think that's kind of I think that it could be that what you have is a kink. Because the fetish would require a fixation, whereas the kink is an unusual sexual preference.
I'm just saying within the communities that I'm involved in, because of my fetish, they are called fetish communities. So I'm assuming it is a fetish. But
Okay.
your definition did make me like question maybe it's more of a kink. But I know like it is called a fetish.
Well, and
community.
I think that I was gonna say I think that the kink and fetish community are often intertwined.
Right, which is why I wanted us to have that definition, because I feel like the line's a little blurry.
Yeah, I think it's really cool for us to get to kind of define this better and understand it more. So one of the things that I thought would be fun is if you guys have never done this before, there's a website. It's the BDSM test. I believe it's bdsmtest.org.
Yes.
And I actually pulled up.
Oh my.
It's actually called bdsmtest.org.
Yes.
And we took these. These results say that they were taken 2/24, so back in February of this year.
It was in February. That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
It was when I came back.
Yes. I think I was actually already even gone maybe. But okay, so these are our personal. We highly recommend, no matter whether you think you know yourself, whether you're trying to find something out about yourself, even just for funsies, go to bdsmtest.org. This is not a paid sponsorship. Take your test, share your results. We'll share ours. We'll post our. We're obviously going to talk about them right now, but we'll post these on our Patreon for you guys.
Yes.
So what are your? First of all, when you took this test, we took the long version. There's a short version and a long version.
I say take the long version. Yeah.
Because what it does is it ranks in percentages your like BDSM, like kinks and fetishes, and like the kinds of things that you would be into.
And I
based
think
on your results.
I think it surprises most, like semi-surprises most.
That was my
people.
question actually. So were you surprised, or did you feel like you kind of knew this a lot?
I think I kind of knew it as I get down a little further down the list, because there is like probably 20 different categories. As I got a little bit down, it started to surprise me a little bit, but then after I thought about it, it made sense.
Okay, I will be super honest. Obviously, I was very
not surprised.
I know me. I love me.
It just said whore when you finished.
Yeah.
It skipped all the categories.
It said cum slut.
They're like, how can you be 100%?
It said, how can you be such a thirsty, dry, desert scumbag, cum slut, pig, bitch, whore?
Okay.
Okay, so what are like your
I guess
top?
we can do that.
What are your top? What are your top? It's not me. That's what they say to me.
You threw me off.
That's
with
what
all
it
of that.
said to me.
Okay, my top ones.
Your top three. Let's do top three and what percentage it says you are of those.
No, I want to do like top 5.
Okay, I'm down for top 5.
Okay. So experimentalist is my number 1 at 84%, which I was kind of surprised by. Like I told you when I looked it back, like when you sent it back to me, because we had a group chat that was in. I was like, are you sure this is me? But then I was like, after I get.
But then when you look at my results, you're like, no, that's definitely
that's
me.
Definitely not me. Yeah.
Yeah.
So experimentalist, then a submissive makes
Okay.
sense, and then I am primal prey.
So you're a prey,
I like to be pursued. Yeah.
aka a bottom.
You heard it here, folks.
Yep.
And then
An asexual bottom
yes.
who loves to give cunnilingus with their mouth on a booty hole.
None of this is a lie.
Okay, anyways, that's what it
Okay.
says though. It says she's a prey.
Right. I think. Yeah. I don't
She gets
think
on
it
her
said
knees and
anything
she
about me
prays.
eating ass, but
She's
yes.
gonna pray. You pray.
I'm a bottom that likes to eat ass. Yes, this is true. Then rope bunny.
Have you ever done that? Have you ever been tied up?
Yeah.
Do you know how to tie rope? Because that's something I've always wanted to learn how to
No, but my past partners have always like
tied
been
you up and
kind of
fucked
into
you
it,
like a
or
little stranger whore they found on the street.
at least said they were into it, and then maybe
Yeah.
I'm like connected in that way that I like it now.
I want to learn how to. I actually really want to learn how to tie knots.
The knots are really cool.
It's also like a good skill, you know. Like I am Jewish.
Oh, because
so
you're gonna go camping.
I didn't get. I love to camp.
Right.
But I love skills that like will be good. Like what is it, like apocalyptic skills?
Or you're a boat captain.
Well, that's you. You would need that out at sea.
Yeah. Then I'm a brat, which is obvious.
That's top 5, baby.
Yeah.
Experimentalist, submissive, prey, rope bunny, brat.
And I feel like non-monogamous is kind of important.
Because you're not a monogamous.
I am, but not in a traditional
This is a
sense.
classic example of more than one thing can be true, because we have several on-record counts of Whitney sharing that she's also a serial monogamist. But the thing is that...
I don't really want to be.
Yeah. Well, I think that here's the thing. You can be monogamous and polyamorous at the same time.
That's why this non-monogamy thing is coming up. Because
you can be polyamorous, which means that you have relationships with more than one people. But those different relationships can still be monogamous between the two of you.
Yeah, that's why that's in my list, because I can be monogamous with more than one person.
Educating the children.
Honey.
And on top of all of that, you can still be asexual.
Are you just trying not to get me not laid anymore? They're like, it doesn't like sex.
No, I think it just means that if someone gets it with you, it should be magical and they should feel really special.
Yeah,
to
some degree, I am very much asexual, yeah.
Okay, so let's do mine.
Okay.
And mine are gonna be very shocking.
Here we go, yeah.
Very shocking.
I'm going to be shocked as hell.
Extra, read all about it.
Okay, let's go for it.
I am 100%.
100%?
Exhibitionist.
I didn't even know you could get 100%.
Well, I'm Jewish, so I get really good test score.
Oh my god, I only got an 84. I'm like a B student when it comes to sex. Apparently.
Well, maybe you're just not committed to these things enough.
Okay, next.
So 100% exhibitionist.
Okay.
98% voyeur.
Yes.
98% voyeur. We know these things about me. I like to be seen and see and...
Yeah, like you can't even cover up in a swimsuit in front of children. We know.
I just like to be exposed and raw.
You're very
sexy.
exposed, yes.
Yeah, I like to be sexy.
This is turning into like your sex dating ad.
This is gonna be my first sex video.
Do not start that.
I'm 90% dominant.
Okay.
86% primal hunter.
Of course.
Which we've talked about. I'm a predator who respects consent.
I hate that word, but okay.
And I'm 86% rigor. Which means that I would like...
So like essentially in a world where we had like actual sexual feelings for each other, it could 100% work.
Yeah, but you know what's super interesting? Super interesting?
Super? It's super interesting. Okay.
My next one, my sixth one, at 79% is primal prey.
So you like both?
You know what that means, baby? It means that one day when I'm
hunter
tired,
can be the hunted.
It means one day when I'm tired of having to push my tiny turds out my tight little sphincter.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna be such a great
How many times do we have to talk
top.
about your chocolate starfish in like an hour?
All these people hear what's coming out of these lips, but they don't know that I'm blowing kisses they can't even see.
Oh my god, I need to move on from this because I'm gonna puke. My next one would be exhibitionist, which is kind of funny because I'm really not. But that's like at 58%, so we're kind of getting down there.
Exhibitionist is somebody who likes to be exposed.
Do you have anything that's 0% on it?
Oh.
Because I do.
You hear that? That's our train of thought. Leaving.
We paid for that.
No, we didn't. We're too pure for that. We're too pure.
We're sponsored by Phoenix Public Transit, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
No, you know they
And
can't afford that. Okay, what are your 0%?
My only 0% is boy girl.
You only have 1 0?
Yes.
You like all this stuff except for one thing, like even a little bit?
My only 0%. You have mine too.
I'm not looking at yours.
It's boy girl, and that's because I do not condone fetishizing children.
Ew, that's 0% for me too.
Yeah.
I didn't even know what that means.
And then the next thing, how many 0% do you have?
4.
Okay, what are they?
Daddy, mommy, not my thing.
It's not.
Yeah. Boy, girl, not my thing. Brat tamer, because I am a brat, which doesn't make sense currently, but we won't get into that.
Well, it's funny that you're not really into the brat taming stuff, but like you actually, and we haven't quite gotten there yet, but maybe this is the segue, is that you, being involved in the fetish community, have done like fetish work.
Yes, I have.
So like, obviously without like giving away like, you know.
Yeah, we're not gonna do
patient,
specifics.
Doctor.
Right, confidentiality. Yeah.
What is that like? Like, do you find that you're like like, do people come, like, obviously, like, I know from for sex work that, like, a lot of the time it's just, like, people come to me and they want to, like, whatever. But how does that work? Like, how does that, like, conversation start, or what's that?
Typically, they just find me, honestly.
Like, they just, like, see a photo of you and they think this is the bitch.
I know, it's crazy, but yeah.
They think this is the one.
I don't know. I guess because I do have fetishes of my own, I'm open to like hearing what other people's are, and I'm not judgmental about it because I know it's like, I didn't choose mine.
You think you get off on that because you're such like an empath, you're such like an emotionally intimate and driven person that like being able to provide something that maybe someone would have shame or not be able to experience.
Oh,
like,
100%.
That's like, that like kind of gets you off a little bit because you're like providing and seeing that like.
I'm sorry, Mom and Dad. I know they're gonna watch this.
But also
they're gonna
exciting.
be like, oh my god.
Oh my god.
If you have questions.
Can I just address one thing? I just want to talk about something for those who have been, catching up on the videos. I just want to talk about my breast reduction.
Oh my god, why are we?
Because last time we were here,
at
the Emporium of Sir Scotty Nathaniel Bardot Dupree.
You were wearing your knockers, yeah.
I had my giant Jewish knockers out. And I couldn't behave.
Why are you derailing my train of thought with your knockers?
Well, I just know that our millions and millions of viewers.
We're super concerned that now you're flat chested.
No, they're fetishizing me. They have a fixation.
Okay.
And they're obsessed with us.
Okay. We'll keep telling ourselves that.
It's an ambiguous day, like when a straight person comes back from a night out and they don't want to tell their girlfriend who they were with.
I really don't know why you have a knife. We're gonna get into that. No, but 100%, like, I think I am very understanding, and probably it does do something for me because I know that it's something they don't choose. Like, I don't have an explanation for mine, it is what it is. And like a lot of people say, maybe it was connected to something in your childhood that somehow, like in your brain, somehow it became connected sexually.
Or societally.
Yeah.
Like societally, there's stuff like obvious, like, I mean, I don't know, whatever, but like, what I was thinking was, how do you feel about like things like rough sex, like being like more like commonplace, I guess, and like less like controversial? Like, are they still just as much a kink if it's more normalized to be like sexy time beating someone up?
I'm uncomfortable with that, to be honest, but like,
I'm not super into it. I've had people ask me to hit them.
If two consensual people go into that, I guess that can be their thing.
I will say
Consent
this,
is everything.
if you're gonna get into rough play, make sure you're doing it safely. There's a proper way to choke someone.
A safe word as well.
A safe word is super important.
Mine's always pineapple.
My safe word is...
What is it?
It's
Do you not have one?
It's biscuit.
Is it really?
Yes, it's biscuit.
Did you just make that up?
No, it's biscuit.
Because mine really is pineapple.
Mine's biscuit. Because why would someone say, like, maybe while we're going, maybe you're on the phone ordering pizza and you want pineapple on it. I don't know for sure that that's like...
No, pineapple is a
why
great
would
safe
someone
word.
say biscuit?
Why would somebody say pineapple while having sex?
Well, I just said because you're ordering a pizza.
While having sex?
Don't you get hungry? I always say, okay, I'm just gonna be honest.
So you're a multitasker.
I've said this before, and I'll say it again. I think that if you're gonna like have a date night with someone and you're gonna fuck,
all right,
fuck first, and then either order food so that it's there when you're done, or go out afterwards because you're gonna work up an appetite, and also the bottom can then like
the timing can be tricky though. Like, I know that Domino's has the whole tracking thing, but you don't want Bill delivering your pizza while you're getting rammed.
I don't know if you were paying attention when I read off my chart, but I do.
So we've all but exposed everything about me.
We've exposed your whole butt.
Half the valley has seen my ass, it's totally fine. Actually, if you'd subscribe to Patreon, no, I'm just kidding, that's not happening. So we talked about me, how about you? Any kinks or fetishes? In particular?
I would say that I'm very open, so there's not many things that I'm not like willing to try. I'm like we talked about, I'm like a dominant person, so I actually recently had someone that I like went to try to hook up with, and they were just organically too dominant, and he didn't even realize he was doing it, and I would like had said something about it, and I was like, I'm gonna leave.
Which is funny
not-
because like as we talked, I'm submissive, but I don't really like when somebody's very aggressive. Like I'm submissive in a way, but I still want you to be like kind. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I just don't want to get like beat up. Like I don't know.
I don't want people to like be aggressively talking to me, like aggressive. I don't
Yeah.
like
I'm
if
not
someone
even-
comes on very like over the
I'm
top.
I must really like you if I lay on my back and let you fuck my throat because that's love.
Oh my god.
That's love.
I'm
but-
definitely sending out a warning before this episode airs. I'm just gonna tell my whole family, skip this episode, go to episode 9 or whatever. No, but seriously, do you have any that are very particular to you? Or you're just open to...
Is it a kink or is there like, is it, I actually am thinking it might be called autosexual that I like am attracted to and get off on myself.
Yeah, that is a thing. You've actually talked about this. You actually
I jerk
pleasure
off to
yourself
my
to your own
nudes.
photos.
Yeah.
It's just interesting because I try very hard to never see my nudes. Like, I hate to scroll through my camera because I
Honestly-
might see myself nude.
Honestly, I probably wouldn't be so pure. So pure.
So pure. Help me, I'm pure.
I am.
Yeah.
But I have like such a stockpile because I take so many photos of myself. And like, I'm not saying they're great, but like, someone would pay me
Like,
for
how
them.
many-
I should make an OnlyFans. This is my call to action. Yo-Yo, when you're listening to this, it's time to make your OnlyFans and launch it. People actually come to my work
your
and they
OnlyFans
talk to me about it all the time.
Is
It's-
you jacking off to your own photos?
That's very meta. That's very meta. Okay, that's like how we have
Okay.
different tiers on something. So like, if you're like basic level on my OnlyFans, you get like access to like the basic stuff, and then there'll be
Right.
like a medium one
'Kay.
where you get. Actually, someone once told me. Who's very successful on OnlyFans, a couple people, they were like, what you do is you let them subscribe for a low fee,
Yeah.
and you give out teasers.
Yes.
And then you have to pay more to be like on the tiers where you actually get content.
And you can also create a free one, then like say
Have
if
the
you want to
tiers.
see
If you want to see
actual
stuff, then you have to.
yeah.
But I want to make money. I want to make money.
No, I think that's a great.
And no, it's a ploy. I like it. I like
I
it.
subscribe to a couple people on OnlyFans. Do you?
No,
Oh,
I've never done that.
yeah, I have.
I've never paid for a porn site.
I never have paid for a porn site
Um,
until I was like OnlyFans became popular, and it was like I am super curious. Okay, I'm just gonna out myself. I'm super curious to see some of my friends naked that are doing it. So I just like paid the $3.99 I didn't resubscribe because I've seen it now. But I was like, hey, I'm curious.
That's a little bit what like I guess I'm worried about. But what I would do is I would do it where you subscribe, where it's like significantly cheaper to do like a 6-month or a year subscription.
But honestly, would you be really upset if like your friends saw you? You wouldn't care.
No, I literally walk around with my ding-a-ling, swing-a-ling.
Yeah.
But that's fine. That's not the problem. My point is I want to make money. I don't have a problem with like people saying, like people come into my work and they ask if I have an OnlyFans and I'm like, I really should. And people have literally looked at my Twitter where like I do have nudes on and like they'll like
Do you
look
want to
at
give
them
out
in
the
front
handle?
of-
I'm just kidding. Don't do that.
It's my name.
You're gonna do. Oh.
I mean, they'll find it.
Oh.
If they want to, they'll find it.
Do
And nobody wants to.
I'm
so
gonna
it's
do
not gonna be
everything in my
relevant.
power to not look that up. Because on accident, by typing in your name, because I need to see like your birth. I don't know.
My
It's not gonna
birth-
happen. Your birth records.
Yeah, it'll come up on Twitter as the one and only. No, but
Okay.
No, but yeah, I would do it where like it's significantly cheaper to do like a 6-month or a year subscription because then maybe I like you hook you get the money a little bit more. You know what I
Okay.
mean? And then I would totally do that though. That'd be super cool. Like at a higher tier, you get to like see me getting off on the nudes that I've already previously posted on.
I mean, I've
OnlyFans.
considered an OnlyFans.
That'd be super cool. And you can do. I mean.
I would do
you could
fetish,
like,
work solely.
Well, that's the other thing that I would totally have as an option.
People
is
don't wanna just-
requests.
yeah.
I would have requests. Like,
People
oh,
don't
you
want
wanna
to just
request
see
something?
me naked. Like that's
You know what?
not
I
gonna-
don't usually wear
it's
underwear.
not gonna
but
make
if you
me
wanna,
money.
If you want to pay, I'll wear underwear, stink it up a little bit, fart in it, get some juice. going.
I hate
And
you.
then what I'll do if you really want is I'll take my.
This is like this. Honestly, I feel like if you're gonna do it and you don't look like the stereotypical like muscle gay, then you have to do
I'll be
something.
super honest. No, like there's
you have
such
to
a
do
market.
something that's like going to
That's-
set yourself apart.
But that's probably why I haven't done it yet because like I've been saying that I should make one forever, but like I get insecure because like They're like, you see all of those, like I said, those stereotypical people, but there's also like everyone has one, and people make so much money, especially if you do have like a niche or a kink or a fetish that you market on.
Well, as a number one experimentalist, I would be down to whatever, like.
Well, my thing is obviously like taking my dick out and jerking off places.
I don't condone that. I think it's
Don't
I
do
think
it
it's
around
illegal in most
schools
states.
or parks, churches or synagogues.
How about we just don't take our dick out in public? Is that an option? No, it's not an option for you. You're right.
I've gotten paid to pee on someone, and I've been asked to poop for someone.
I've been peed on.
You do water sports? Oh, you get peed on. I remember we were in the pool once, and I was telling, I don't know if you were there, but, well, first of all, in the pool, we have a friend who would literally, like, they would latch on and pee on you in the pool. Yes. It was their sign of love. And I know she'll never listen to this podcast, so it'll be fine. But I'm not going to say her name. But
it might have been their fetish, and they were just getting off on it.
I think that they get off on bothering people.
Oh, there's that.
But... okay, you get into water sports. I guess I'm not opposed to water sports, but like it would have to be like really sexy. Like if we were like, I remember being like, we'd have to be like in such a specific situation. Where,
I like didn't hate it, but I had rules. I'm like, it's below the neck.
I don't know. See, if I was really fucking like in the right situation where like I was hot for the, like I think I would have to like love the person. I'd have to like really be into it. We'd have to be in like a nice setting.
Just don't want
maybe like on vacation somewhere in a nice hotel room, and there'd be like really expensive white sheets, and I'd be
setting
like
the scene. Keep
piss
going.
all over my chest.
Is
and
there
on my
candles
face.
lit?
Well, if there's not candles, how am I gonna put out the pee?
I hate you. No, I really was like, okay, you're into this, and like I said, I never judge someone for what they're into. Like,
right.
But I have my rules. Like, it's not going above my chin.
You ever had someone pee in your butt?
You know what? Like, I haven't, but I'm kind of curious. I'm kind of curious.
It's the bed, it's warm. I've peed in someone's butt.
Have you?
Yeah.
I feel like it's hard to pee when you're erect, so I don't see how that works. Right? Because when you're hard, like, your body says.
I will say that was the hardest part about peeing for people, was that they would want to, like, lick my dick while I was, like, finally gonna pee for them. Like, they'd get me hard, and then I'm like, well, now I'm hard, so I have to, like, focus to pee.
You're, like, concentrating.
Yeah.
You're thinking of,
and they're sitting there like this. Like, you guys can't see the microphones all percent, but I'm like, they're like this.
You're like dead puppies, dead puppies, dead puppies, so you could like.
So I get harder.
Oh my God, you're gross.
No, but then they'd like lick my dick, and I'd be like, stop, you can't lick my dick and
expect me to pee.
If you want to do both, then what you do is you suck me off to completion, and then I pee for you because I have to pee after I come.
Well, you don't want a urinary tract infection.
That's fucking. Have you ever had a UTI?
I have.
I have not, but I'm always scared of it.
It's not a fun experience.
That's like, oh, you know what I don't want? Mama, kidney stones.
Never had that.
My dad had them recently. And,
really?
Yeah, and he listens to the pod, so sorry for dishing out your dirt. But,
sorry, Dad.
But are they like genetic? So like, yeah, I'm prone to have them.
Yeah, I am prone to have them as well.
Oh,
but,
bitch.
Oh,
let's have a suicide pact.
One time we're gonna both pass a kidney stone together. It'll be
together. It'll be live on Patreon.
You have to subscribe to see us pass a kidney stone.
Yeah, you have to be a boat captain on Patreon. Those are our two tiers. You can be a show pony or a boat captain.
What about like first shipment or something like? Okay, we're gonna.
I'm a show pony and you're a boat captain.
Okay, you're right. I am the boat captain. Just as your boat captain speaking. Yeah. No, what were we talking about? Oh, getting pissed on.
You know what would be such a good number? You know what I really want? I'm gonna do this number one day. So I mean, you think if I share it, then I'm gonna. Technically, we own anything we say on this podcast. So. Okay. Isn't that how that works?
Sure. We'll reference our lawyer, who's also our videographer,
who's also your uncle brother. Yeah.
My brother, if you will.
Yeah. But I want to do a number to TLC Waterfalls, but like I'm sitting in a kiddie pool, and then there's like all these guys that come up, and I'm like, don't go chasing. We can't. Wait, no, we gotta get demonetized. Okay. We can't afford that.
All right, no, actually, we can't sing that.
But
we can make
but
the
then
noise,
they all
though.
start. But then they start.
They don't own those notes.
And then plus if we change every like what eighth note or quarter note or something,
I think it's every
note.
eighth note. Yeah.
it's not copywritten anymore.
Well, you're not gonna be able to sing on key anyway.
Well,
so
nobody
it'll be fine.
listens, so it doesn't matter. And then I start getting pissed on like to waterfalls in a kiddie pool. Wouldn't that be so sickening?
Yeah, that would be hot. That's like my.
If someone book us in a kink
What
fetish
was my
show.
number with all the dildos? Oh.
You're like,
You
we
can't
were
sing
both
it. Yeah, but that one song that says "all by myself," don't sing it.
No,
but
we
we
can't
can
sing
say
it.
those words.
Yeah, we can say that the song goes like all by myself, and it. No, I'm not gonna say the artist.
But we don't like the artist, but
Yeah.
it's a funny number. But I'm just like in a black background box, like.
Why gotta be black?
Oh, I shouldn't tell the whole story because I'm gonna do this one.
I'm gonna do my number, so it
And
doesn't.
I'm gonna be in like a full gown, and then after the chorus of "All by Myself," all of a sudden all these dildos come in the side of the box, and I'm trying like desperately to.
They come in like one at a time. She's like one.
Trying
and then there's
to-
another one, and then there's like 4 more, and she's like.
I'm using my feet and my hands to jack people off. Yeah, that's gonna be hot.
Because life imitates art, and art imitates life.
Very that.
And if we got booked and had a little money, weren't so pure, we would do these numbers for you.
Is this like knife play? What is up with the knife today?
You know what? I will be honest. I a little bit of like flickety dickety whatever with a knife. That's one thing.
Okay.
And I like maybe jokingly with a friend like whatever, but like not really. And I'm gonna expose myself.
Okay.
I had a client who was a regular client, lives by me in Scottsdale, and he would visit. Excuse me. Excuse me. Thank
You want me to burp
baby?
you?
Burp baby.
That's also a fetish.
That is, it's not my thing.
That's not my thing either.
Diapers? Why does everything I say come back to poop?
I don't know.
Okay, listen. So
I was asking about the knife. And
he was a no. So listen. So I'm not into the knife thing, and I'm not into weapons or like violence a lot in bed. And I had a client.
You said violence a lot.
Well, like I'm okay with a little choking, and like I'm gonna slap your ass every once in a while.
I'm okay with choking too. Anyways.
Yeah, and like I
continue.
pull your hair pulling.
Continue. Can you
Okay,
get
so
to the damn knife already?
well, so the story is a
Freaking me
little more
out.
intense than a knife, but I had a client, and he was a snowbird, so he would come down, and we would meet up. Whatever, he'd pay me to suck my dick.
Mm-hmm.
And one time we were sitting in his sister's bed in this nice house that he stayed in because she wasn't there when he was, whatever. And I always get paid up front, so it wasn't a big deal, but like I was able to like leave. But he was sucking my dick, and I noticed in between, like he's like down in between my legs,
Okay.
like I'm laying on the bed, and he has like a gun that he puts on my thigh while he's sucking my dick. And I can feel that it's loaded.
I don't like
Feel
this.
it. So I did not appreciate that.
No.
I didn't think that was sexy. I didn't think that was fun.
I'm assuming you cut that off immediately.
I was uncomfortable, so I just kind of like finished and then like left.
Of course you still unloaded. Of course you did.
I mean,
that's
wasn't-
a terrible word to
What
use
was I
in this
gonna?
situation.
What was I gonna do? Like what? I wouldn't.
Yeah,
should I?
you're
You know
right.
what I mean?
At that point, you just
We
have
were
to
like
do
halfway
it.
through the blowjob. Like I wasn't gonna risk that something was. And like I knew nothing was necessary. I like felt confident that nothing would happen because like I knew the person. Like I feel like to him it was just like being sexy and like doing something like that is a kink for him or whatever.
Right.
But to me that wasn't okay and it wasn't something we like discussed or whatever.
Yeah, I wouldn't be okay with that.
Yeah.
What are the things you absolutely will not do? Like,
I'm like not into poop.
me either.
I've gotten paid about it before and like it's just not a thing really for me.
No, won't do it. I don't do blood.
I'm not into that. I don't I'm not interested in you like hurting my body. Like my body is my temple and it may be worn and abused, but I did that to myself. Well, life kind of did it to me too, but like, I don't know. I'm not looking to get like hurt. I'm not looking to like,
I won't do-
I want sex to be fun and
I won't do
pleasurable.
rape play because
I will not do rape
absolutely
play.
not okay.
I don't think that's sexy, and I know people who like get off on that, and I don't think it's cute.
Feel like-
And unfortunately, I think that a lot of people end up having that fetish. I believe that's a fetish because it's a fixation.
Right.
Particularly if a lot of people who go through those kinds of experiences then like can't get aroused afterwards
it.
without that kind of situation
It's
because
more
it's
of
a body
trauma.
reaction.
It's more of a trauma thing.
Yeah, it's like. But I think that because of that, it would be a fetish.
Because
that's
of
a
that,
fixation.
that's kind of the absolute reason. Like, I would never do that because I feel like it's like very based in trauma. Like, not okay.
And
with
I'm
that.
very, very blessed to not really have a lot of that trauma. I mean, we all like go through something, but
Of course. So we want to talk about, I think it's, I'm making myself extremely vulnerable, but
Not here, not on this day, not in the studio, not on this podcast.
on purpose, talking about sex work and that I am open to kinks and fetishes and everything else.
And same.
But I think we both want to make it known and that it's very important that to not shame other people for what they're into. If you're not into it, you don't have to participate, obviously, but don't make someone feel like
Yeah, people
bad
talk,
about
I think
what
in
they
life,
like.
people talk a lot about like how
Don't
people,
yuck my
like,
yum.
Don't yuck my yum, mama.
Yes, don't yuck my yum.
People talk a lot about like how people are driven by fears, but I think even more so people are driven by shame. And shame is something that like we inflict on each other and there's absolutely no need for it. So I guess you're right. Don't yuck my yum.
Yeah.
Don't yuck someone's yum, mama.
And sex work is work, so like,
Sex work
no
is
one
work.
should ever be
Don't yuck my
shamed by
yum.
that.
And make sure that you guys go to bdsmtest.org, take the extended version of the test, and go ahead and
Yes.
share your results with us.
We
We'll
would
be
love
posting-
to see
Yeah,
them. That would be
I want to
fun.
know. I think it's an interesting conversation, and I think it's cool to see. I actually like to. Maybe we should retake it and see if
see
our
if it
results
changes
change.
at
We'll
all.
post our results that we shared in the episode, and we'll post our results that we'll take today when we're done here.
Yeah.
So that you guys. I mean, I love to see like maybe how I've changed, things that I'm more open to, things I've drifted from. I think that sexuality, like anything else in life, and the
Super
things you're into,
fluid.
super fluid, and it changes as you go along. And that's why being open-minded to people's interests and different things that you may never have been exposed to, it's not a bad thing. And if it's not for you, I guess one more time, don't yuck someone's yum.
Exactly. I think on that note, I am Whitney Stevens.
And I guess that makes me Yo-Yo Blackfire.
And this is Unstable.